My wife had a freak accident at MMA practice a few weeks back. One minute she's training, the next she's on the mend and can't even lift the kids now. Now, in the past, that would have meant a frantic call to my boss and maybe, a docked paycheck. But this time, everything stayed on track financially, right? And today, I'm talking about why we build in the recesses of time before the curveball hits, right? Or as my mentor says, dig your well before you're thirsty. Today I'm giving you a raw update on the MMA incident, the funnel that is finally live, and the new lead gen tools that I'm brainstorming to take things in the business to the next level. Hey, my name is Isai Rodriguez, and this is the Home Business Hustle. If you're a working dad who's tired of being successful on paper but broke on time, then you're in the right place. We don't do the guru hype here. We don't do the laptop on a beach life like fairy tales. None of that. We just do the work here that actually works. All right. So let's get into it. So life came at us fast in the last few weeks. Like I said, my wife has been, killing it in MMA lately, but she caught a freak hit during a training session, right? Nothing broken, thank God, but she's been on the mend and moving slowly, like recuperating slowly, bit by bit. So it kind of sucks for her. Pain meds, crutches, medical scooter, the works, you name it. Now, if you're a dad, you know what happens when mom is down, right? The house doesn't just stop. It can't, right? If anything, it feels like it accelerates into chaos, right? I had to step in. I had to be the chef, the maid, the primary parent at the drop of a hat, right? And it got me thinking about something. 10 years ago, I would have been stressed out of my mind, right? I would have been checking my PTO balance, like doing some calculations, wondering if my manager was gonna give me the grief for taking time off, right? But because I've been building this business asset in the recesses of time throughout my day. So, late nights, early mornings, lunch breaks, you name it. I've been working hard. Because of that, I didn't have to ask my boss for permission, right? I didn't have to even sweat, not even a bit, right? I didn't skip a financial beat, if you will, right? The business, it didn't care that I was icing my wife's calf, right? Like it didn't care if I had to massage her calf muscle, help her out, making grilled cheese sandwiches for the kids. That's the moral of why we do this, right? That's the point of why we build these things. Like we build the well before we're thirsty. And speaking of well, I have a massive update on the plumbing of my business, right? So where do I start? If you've been following the journey, then you know that I've been in the rebuild phase, right? I had some mentor feedback, right? I tore down the funnels that I had already built, right? I redid the automation, right? All that good stuff done. Like I scrapped what I had and I rebuilt. Now it's done, right? The funnel's live, it's tested, and as of about 48 hours ago or so, I think it was, it's officially taking Facebook traffic, right? Now, that's a small win right there. That's like it feels good to see the green light on the dashboard, right? But as an economic architect, the work is never really done, right? That's like it evolves a bit, right? But it's never actually done. Now that the machine is running, I'm focused more on the front end, right? How do I get more people into the system without just shouting, buy my stuff, right? So I'm currently brainstorming what I call utility lead magnets. See, most people offer a PDF or a top 10 tips list of some sort, right? And so did I, but honestly, people these days, I think they're growing tired of PDFs, right? I see the numbers in my back office, month in, month out. They don't want more to read. They want a problem to be solved. Like they have a problem that they're dealing with and they're looking for a solution for said problem, right? So I'm looking at building a tool, something like, I don't know, personal budget calculator or residual income estimator or something like that, something along those lines, something that gives the user immediate personal value, right? So imagine this. A guy finds my tool, right? He plugs in his numbers. He sees exactly how much bucket hauling is costing him, right? He gets a result that right then and there that he can actually use. And then at the bottom, I want you to imagine this, like at the bottom, there's a simple note that says something to the effect of, hey, if you like this calculator, you're gonna love the 4 Mindset Shifts guide, right? Put your email here and I'll send it over right now. It's a low friction entry point, right? And it kind of reframes the guide, if you will, as more of a tool, right? Because you're already using a tool. And so you're more likely to see the download, the PDF, the mindset guide as an extension of that tool, right? I'm moving away from being a marketer per se and moving towards being a provider of solutions, right? If I can provide a tool that helps a dad manage his budget better today, right now, like I've earned the right to talk to him about his business tomorrow or his, where it is that he stands in terms of, building an income on the side, right? That's the next phase of the journey, I think, right? Testing these tools, basically to see what sticks, right? Because here's the thing, is that I'm not just building a funnel, right? I'm building a toolkit for our tribe, right? It's about moving from interruption to invitation. Are you with me? When you offer a tool, people invite you into their day, right? When you offer an ad, you're just another distraction. You're just an interruption. The funnel is the engine, but these tools are the fuel that make the engine run, right? And let me tell you, I'm deep in the research right now, checking out what's missing in the market for guys like us. I'll keep you posted on which one I build first, right? And actually, you know what? I want your input. I want you, like, what's one tool or calculator or anything that would actually make your life easier right now? A budget tracker, a time auditor. I don't know. You tell me. Drop it in the comments. I'm listening. I'm hearing. I'm reading. I'm gonna respond back, and I'm doing this. I'm doing this for you. So I'd love to hear what tools you'd like to see come to life. If you have any thoughts out there, because listen, life is gonna throw you curveballs whether you want to or not. That's a given. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. All right. So listen, my wife's accident was a reminder to me that the hustle isn't about the money. It's about the freedom to be where you're needed, when you're needed, right? To do what you need, when you need, for whoever it is that you need. So anyway, the funnel's live, the traffic is flowing, and so the journey continues, right? But wait, don't wait for a crisis to start building your save point. You need to start today in the recesses of your day, right? In the little the pockets of time throughout your day that you can do it, right? With the right tools, you can do it. You have everything inside you to make things happen, and I can show you exactly how to do it. You've got this. Let's go and get it. Let's make it happen, right? All right, that's all for today. Remember, information without execution is just a hobby, and you didn't click on this video because you needed another hobby, right? You clicked because you're ready to build something that lasts, right? So go hug your kids, then go and do the work. But first, don't forget to hit the link in the description for your free guide, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Let's get to work, guys. Bye.